everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going on a trip. We are going to Yosemite, one of my favorite places, and we're going camping, but we are also staying in Southern Yosemite in the Oakhurst area for a few days beforehand, so that's where we're going today. We've got so many fun things planned, like axe throwing, which I've never done, but I'm really excited about, and we are going on a train ride and some hikes, and it's just going to be a really fun time, so I'm really excited. We just packed everything up in the car and we're getting ready to go, so I hope you enjoy. Also, I tried to make chocolate bombs for the first time and it didn't turn out. I have one full one and then one half one, but it's all good. We brought so much stuff, oh my gosh. We've arrived. Oakhurst is located before the south entrance of Yosemite along Highway 41. We've driven through this area so many times and have never stopped for anything other than food. I'm really excited to see what this area has to offer. We had lunch at El Cid Mexican restaurant. I had shredded chicken tacos and my husband had a bean burrito with rice and beans. The food was delicious, especially the salsa. I am such a salsa person, and the view was really neat. We stopped in at Reimer's for some candy, chocolate, candied apples, and homemade ice cream. The shop had a nostalgic 1950s look and had so many different types of sweet treats, gifts, and souvenirs. We tried several things which were all delicious, but my favorite was the ice cream. My husband had the strawberry cheesecake flavor and I had the strawberry banana sorbet. The sorbet was dairy-free and I was really surprised and excited to find a dairy-free option for me since I can't have it anymore. Next, we checked in to our yurt at the Yosemite RV Resort in Coarsegold. So we're staying in a yurt. I've never been in a yurt before, but it's really cool. It's kind of like a giant tent, almost like a teepee, so it's really roomy. There are 2 bunk beds right here, full-length mirror, a little couch, a side table with a lamp, and I think these are windows. I'll have to check that out. And then of course a bed. It looks like a queen size little bench. Another side table with a lamp, heater and air conditioner, some towels, blankets, extra pillow, and a little dining area along with a microwave and mini fridge. And the ceiling is pretty high. It has a little skylight with a fan. It's really cute. This is at the Yosemite RV Resort. They have cabins and yurts and tent camping sites and RV hookups, pretty much like anything you can think of. There's all kinds of stuff here and it's really pretty and it's pretty close to town. So yeah, I'm really excited to explore more of the property. We went to Southgate Brewing Company for dinner and I loved everything about it. The music, atmosphere, food, and drinks were amazing. I'm not typically a beer drinker, but they brew their own, so I did a little tasting. I tried the cranberry seltzer, honey badger, and amber lager and was surprised at how good they were. I also tried the blackberry cider and it was incredible. We ordered steak frites for our appetizer, and it was seriously the most delicious thing ever. It was so good. For our entrees, my husband and I both ordered the barbecue burgers, and I had a side of homemade vegetable soup, and my husband had a side of fries. Everything was incredible. The burger was so juicy, the fries were amazing, and the vegetable soup was delicious. I can't wait to come back. For breakfast, we went to Wild Fig Kitchen in Coarsegold, which is right down the street from the RV resort that we were staying in. This place is adorable. I really loved the decor, and they had a cute space for both indoor and outdoor seating. I ordered a breakfast burrito with egg whites, and my husband ordered French toast. We also shared a side of bacon, country potatoes, and orange juice. Everything was delicious, and this was actually my husband's favorite place out of everywhere that we went. We spent a large part of our day at the Yosemite Mountain Sugar Pine Railroad. We've driven by this place so many times over the years and have always wanted to stop by, but just never made the time to do it. I'm so glad that we did this time because it was honestly one of the highlights from our time in the area. We went gold panning, something I haven't done since I was a kid. It was so much fun to learn more about the area and the process of gold panning. Plus, we took home a little souvenir. Next up was our train ride on the old steam train. We meandered through the forest and took in the glorious fall colors. It was truly a magical experience. The whole thing lasted about an hour, which was actually longer than I was expecting in a good way. We stopped midway through for a break and then headed back to the station where we had a delicious picnic lunch and did some souvenir shopping. My husband also took some incredible photos of the train, and then we finished up our time at the museum. It honestly couldn't be more perfect. We could have stayed here all day. In fact, we are planning to take our family back here on our next trip.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon.
After our railroad adventure, we drove up to Bass Lake. This was our first time in the area, so we decided to explore a bit. The Way of the Mono Trail was recommended to us, and we really enjoyed it. This is a 1-mile loop that offers gorgeous sweeping views of Bass Lake. I definitely recommend good footwear, but I did do this in a dress and hiking shoes, so I was okay. The trail as a whole was a lot of fun. It was really beautiful and it has a lot of history to it. After our hike, we went to dinner at Ducey's on the Lake at the Pines Resort. in Bass Lake. This restaurant is pretty much right on the lake, so the views were gorgeous, especially at sunset. The atmosphere was more upscale and very nice. The meal started off with bread and garlic butter, but sadly I can't eat bread, so I didn't have any, but my husband said it was really, really good. Next, we ate chili, and let me say that this was probably the best chili that I've ever had in my life. It was that good. Then we got our entrees. I had the steakhouse burger with truffle fries, and my husband had the New York steak with mashed potatoes and bacon mac and cheese. Everything was absolutely incredible. The burger and truffle fries could not be more perfect, and the steak was really amazing as well. We will definitely be back here. We are about to leave, but I forgot to show you some of the things that they have outside. So they have a little barbecue grill over here, a picnic table with benches, and then over here is a fire pit. I'm sad to leave. We really enjoyed our time here, but now we're going to Yosemite. It's sadly time to check out of our adorable yurt. This property is really cool and features so many incredible things, including some picnic areas and a seasonal pool. We started our morning with smoothies from Juicery. I had the Sierra Starburst and my husband had the orange creamsicle. We both really love smoothies, and these were a delicious choice for our busy morning. Before heading into the park, we stopped at Yosemite Axe Throwing. A few of our family members drove up early to join us, and it was seriously so much fun. It could not be more perfect. None of us had ever thrown an axe before, and they taught us everything that we needed to know in order to do it safely. It was pretty tricky for me at first, but once I had some practice, I actually made a few bullseyes and some kill shots. They have both indoor and outdoor areas, and this place would be amazing for a party or if you just want to enjoy it for an hour or two. I loved it so much, and I can't wait to go back here. It was seriously so much fun. On our way to the park, we stopped at the Lewis Creek Trail for a hike. This was a really pretty hike that took us down to Corlieu Falls. Honestly, I had no idea that there was even a waterfall here. I wasn't expecting the steep decline, so I hiked in a skirt and hiking shoes, but I would definitely recommend some good footwear and normal activewear. There weren't many signs, so I would Google it beforehand, and also don't get it confused with the Lewis Creek Recreation Trailhead. We made that mistake. Similar name, completely different trail. Overall, the trail was really pretty and we really enjoyed this hike. Now it's time to drive to Yosemite. To be honest, I was really sad to leave the Oakhurst area. We had such an incredible time. We stayed in a yurt, ate so much amazing food, rode a steam train, learned how to throw an axe, and explored completely new areas. It was an absolute dream. When you first arrive to Yosemite Valley, if you're coming from Highway 41, you will be greeted with the most picturesque view. This is tunnel view. You can see pretty much all of the major landmarks, including the waterfalls, Half Dome, El Cap, and everything in between. This is also a really great place to come to at night to stargaze. It does get busy though, so keep that in mind. Fall is probably my favorite time to visit Yosemite. It's less crowded, the weather is more mild, and the colors are beyond stunning. We've been coming for more than a decade, and this is probably the most beautiful I've ever seen it. Like ever. Plus, we had a big storm earlier in the week, which means lots of water, something you normally don't see in the fall. I can't believe how lucky we got. When we got to the valley, we did a quick photo shoot for our campaign and then started setting up our campsite. We ate dinner and then walked out to the meadow to stargaze. We actually met some new friends who serenaded us with music as we looked up at the stars. Tent tour! We've got our fancy mattress and some lights and some little decorations, extra sleeping bags, blankets because it's gonna be really cold, Josh's stuff, my stuff. For our first morning in the park, we decided to treat ourselves to the chocolate bombs I made prior to the trip. I used dark chocolate, dairy-free hot cocoa mix, and mini marshmallows. It was so good. Also, this color-changing candle is seriously the coolest thing ever. Then we packed everything up and headed up the mist trail to Vernal Falls. This is probably my favorite hike in the park. I've been on it so many times, but it never gets old. Since there was so much water from the storm, I wanted to check out the waterfall, and it did not disappoint. The leaves were so beautiful and colorful. The river was roaring with an abundance of water. The views were breathtaking, and Vernal Fall looked gorgeous as ever. If you've never been on this trail, I do want to point out that there is a rock staircase that leads to the top of the waterfall. It's pretty steep and can be slippery, but it's such a unique and fun way to see the fall. There is an alternative route that's a bit longer if you want to skip the stairs, but it's not as scenic.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under street lights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. All that time away from you.
Once at the top, we stopped for a picnic and a few pictures, and then made our way back down.
Giving up your dreams to your silly demons. We're diamonds in the dust, so why can't you see it? Keep getting under your thick skin, trying on not building a nest in your weaknesses. Swimming around in your bloodstream, can't make it stop. Oh, I just need to tell you that. Oh no.
Back at the campsite, we made chili for dinner and then went to the Ahwahnee Hotel to relax. For breakfast, we had my favorite, biscuits and gravy. Afterwards, we went to the Ahwahnee and explored a bit. This hotel is a must-see. The Great Lounge is my absolute favorite area. For some reason, it reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. This was actually my first time in this room. It's so pretty. I also really love this area. It's so bright and cheery, and I love this one too. There's a ton of seating outdoors as well. It's a really nice place to relax.
There are stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the mud, oh, but it's okay. I don't have the pieces of your home buried in the flashbacks. All these wicked nightmares have gone cold. Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come. Oh, I've got you.
We decided to head to the river for a picnic. This seriously looked like it was straight out of a fairy tale. It was so pretty. Afterwards, we decided to do some exploring around the property, and we actually found a lot of really neat places that we hadn't seen before.
I can't tell what's wrong or right. Should I go without saying goodbye? All I know is I need to be somewhere else to set me free. I don't know what to do now. Need to figure it out, but I don't know how. I hope the wind will carry me and take me away to where I should be.
Then we headed back to the campsite and hiked out to Mirror Lake. Mirror Lake is a really pretty trail, especially in the spring and fall. It's also a pretty level trail, so you don't have to be an experienced hiker to do it. Usually you can see a perfect mirror reflection of Half Dome in the water, but it's a bit cloudy today and the water is moving too much. It's still really pretty though. Once we got back to the campsite, we ate cornbread and chili and made s'mores. We also got this really cool thing that changes the color of the flames in the fire, so we had a rainbow fire to match our rainbow candle. Sadly, our trip has come to an end. We packed everything up and went to check out Lower Yosemite Falls on the way out. The falls were just gushing with water. It was amazing to see it like this during this time of the year, because in the fall it's usually just a drizzle. This is also a really easy, flat, and short trail.
can reach you from from a distance. I can, so beautiful. I can hear you within the silence. We will dance away the gloomy days right here. We are silver line, one of a kind, you and me.
Our last stop was in the Wawona area. Usually we head to Glacier Point, but sadly it was closed due to snow. However, we've never stopped here, so it was really neat to see something that we've never seen before. We explored the Pioneer Yosemite History Center, which had so many incredible things to look at, including old buildings, artifacts, and a covered bridge. We also made a quick stop to check out the historical Ahwahnee Hotel. We really wanted to see the Chinese Laundry building as well, but we were short on time, so it's on our list for the next trip.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the
This was honestly probably one of the best Yosemite trips we've ever had, and we have been so many times. It seriously could not have been more perfect. We spent the first half exploring a completely new area and trying new things, while the last half was exploring familiar favorites and soaking up the beautiful autumn landscape. It was a nice escape, and I can't wait to go back. If you're planning a trip to Yosemite or the Oakhurst area and need some tips or advice, make sure you check out my blog posts that detail pretty much everything you need to know. I'll leave links in the description for you. In the meantime, be sure to follow along with me on Instagram at LizzieandLace and on my blog, lizzieandlace.com. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment and share. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!